What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Latch, and today we're going to be looking at UFC Fight Night Krylov versus Spann. We're going to be looking at the main event. But before we start, don't forget to like this video. It helps us out a ton. And subscribe if you're looking for content like this. And let's jump right into it. So we got the number 6 ranked light heavyweight, the minor Nikita Krylov. He's 29-9. He's 30 years old. He's 6'3" with a 77.5-inch reach. And he's currently on a 2-fight win streak with wins over Volkan Ozdemir and Alexander Gustafsson. And he is going up against the number 8 ranked light heavyweight, Ryan Superman Spann. He's 21-7. He's 31 years old. He's 6'5" with the 81.5-inch reach. And he's currently on a 2-fight win streak with wins over Diego Reyes and Ion Cutelaba. So Ryan Spann, he is an absolutely powerful striker, and he actually put his power on display in his last fight against Dominic Reyes. He absolutely starched Reyes, putting him asleep in absolutely savage fashion. Although he has power, he tends to get very reckless in these exchanges, you know, and it has gotten him hurt. He got stung in his fight against Anthony Smith, and he also got stung in his loss to Johnny Walker. I think his ground game is getting better. I think he is slowly improving. I do think he's becoming more well-rounded under Fortis MMA. You know, he has a very nasty guillotine that Nikita Krylov will have to be wary of. He has 8 wins by this guillotine, with his last one coming against Ion Cutelaba. And although he might not be the most technical, he's only a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is very strong in these grappling positions. So Nikita Krylov, he's a karate black belt who in his last 2 fights has come out the gate absolutely blazing. He put on a nasty pace against Volkan Ozdemir, one that he could not keep up with. And he put a ton of pressure on Alexander Gustafsson in their opening round, eventually landing his big shot and getting him out of there. And what I really like about Nikita Krylov is he really looks to mix it up. He has shown that he can be a pretty good striker, outpointing his opponent. As of late, he's been showing that he's much more well-rounded than just a striker. He's been able to take his opponents down. But just because you can doesn't mean you should, because this has backfired for Nikita Krylov a few times. 6 of his 9 losses have come by submission, and his submission loss to Paul Craig, he was actually the one that initiated the grappling and started the takedowns. One thing I don't like about Nikita Krylov is that he gets hit way too much. You know, he can get a little reckless just like Ryan Spann when he's applying this pressure, and it has led to him absorbing a lot of damage. And I don't know if he can absorb the power of Ryan Spann without going to sleep. His grappling is not perfect, but Ryan Spann has power, man. We have seen that he can get out of bad positions. We saw that in the Cutelaba fight when Cutelaba mounted him. He got mounted and he was able to get into half guard and eventually switch the position that led to the standing guillotine. One thing that gives me hope for Krylov is that he has done this before, that he has been able to get decision wins and navigate fights against very powerful fighters. He did this in his last fight against a heavy hitter in Volkan Ozdemir, and he also did it in his decision win against Johnny Walker. So it's very possible for him to win this fight. I think this is very good matchmaking. Obviously, both guys are ranked pretty highly. Both guys are in their prime, and both guys are rounding out their game. So I think in this fight, if it goes the distance, we're bound to see a little bit of everything. And I think since Nikita Krylov has much more experience navigating fights against bigger and stronger and more powerful opponents, I think I'm gonna have to lean with Nikita Krylov by submission. I think although Ryan Spann has shown good submission defense, I think overall his grappling leaves a lot to be desired, and I think if he leaves any opening, Nikita Krylov will be there to take it. Krylov himself has to be very careful with these positions as well. He can also get submitted. Ryan Spann is very strong when torquing those submissions, but I think Nikita Krylov will be able to navigate this fight safely. He will be able to win exchanges on the feet and eventually take it to the ground. So I got Krylov by submission, but let me know down below what you think. Do you think I'm underestimating the power and skill of Ryan Spann, or do you think Nikita Krylov adds to his win streak? Let me know down below. It's going to be a great night of fights. Do not forget to tune in, and I'll see you next time for Jones versus Gunn.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
But before then, take care.